Imagine slipping into a VR headset that distributes weight like a perfectly tailored hat, making hours of immersive play feel effortless. That's the game-changing potential of Apple's new dual knit band for the Vision Pro. But is this comfort upgrade worth the premium price tag? Let's explore my hands-on experiences and see what makes this accessory a potential must-have for serious users. To get started, just a tiny tweak, like half a notch on the adjustment dial for either strap of the dual knit band, and you'll instantly notice how the Vision Pro's heft spreads out differently across your head. This subtle change can transform your session from tiring to tolerable, especially when comparing it to the options that came with the original device. Speaking of which, the original solo knit band that arrived with my first Vision Pro vanished from my desk almost as soon as I switched to the dual loop band. Why? Because the way the weight balanced across the top of my head versus relying solely on the netting at the back made a world of difference. It felt so superior that my preference solidified right away, no going back. It was almost heartbreaking, honestly, since the solo knit band had this satisfying click when you spun the dial, with the mesh gripping the back of your head snugly and comfortably. In stark contrast, fumbling with the dual loop band's separate straps, unlatching them and tugging for a custom fit just doesn't scream Apple elegance. It's clunky, not intuitive, and getting that ideal snugness is a hassle. Plus, those thin straps bear a disproportionate amount of the headset's weight across your scalp, unlike the cushioned, cradling sensation from a sturdy strap at the back, as seen in some other VR headsets. For beginners trying VR for the first time, think of it like choosing between a flimsy backpack that digs into your shoulders versus one with padded straps that distribute the load evenly. The difference is night and day. And this is the part most people miss: how posture plays a huge role in comfort. When I began writing this piece using the Mac virtual display feature with the dual knit band, I was sitting straight up. But after about an hour of juggling tasks across Mac, messages, and other apps, I leaned back on the couch, propped a pillow behind my head, and adjusted my virtual screen higher. This shift let more of the headset's weight settle into the rear netting of the back strap. Suddenly, much of the strain vanished into that pillow. It was like the discomfort melted away. Apple's system scans your head shape to recommend the right dual knit band size, and I got the large one. The netting on both straps offers plenty of wiggle room for fine-tuning, allowing each band to nestle slightly differently on your head before you lock it in. This means you can tweak your setup for lounging in bed or reclining in a chair with your head resting against something, making those sessions just a touch more pleasant with minor dial adjustments. For those new to the Vision Pro, it's akin to how high-tech clothing might fit itself in sci-fi movies, but with a real-world twist. If you're unfamiliar with the Apple Vision Pro, it's remarkably close to that self-adjusting gear from Back to the Future Part 2. Sure, the headset costs a whopping $3,500, but a big chunk of that goes toward its smart-fitting tech. Pop it on, hit one button, and the lenses mechanically align in front of each eye for a custom, precise fit, just like Marty McFly's auto-lacing sneakers in the film. After that initial calibration, you're in control. Spin the main dial to blend the real and virtual worlds smoothly. Then use the dual knit secondary dial for strap tweaks. Switch to the top strap by gently pulling the dial out and twisting it. It reminds me of the classic iPod click wheel, but instead of navigating playlists, each rotation shifts the weight of this face computer in new ways across your head. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this level of customization and comfort really worth the hefty price, especially when simpler headsets offer decent alternatives for a fraction of the cost? Donning the Vision Pro with a pre-adjusted dual knit band evokes slipping on a well-fitted baseball cap. Now, that might sound odd because many hats give me headaches after 45 minutes due to their tight band squeezing the entire head circumference. A single notch too loose or tight on a budget hat can ruin the experience for someone sensitive like me. With the Vision Pro and dual knit band, though, the load spreads over the cupped area at the back, feels supported by a broader net atop the head, and gently lifts the headset slightly away from your face compared to other Vision Pro bands I've tested. There's some mild pressure on the sides, but far less than a poorly sized hat. I've clocked 6 solid hours in one day with this band since receiving the M5 Vision Pro for review, and the discomfort was minimal, way longer than my typical sessions over 2 years with the device, and nowhere near the grind it was with the dual loop band. In fact, I even bought a separate dual knit band for my personal M2 Vision Pro to swap out the dual loop, and I plan to install it soon. I highly doubt I'll switch back. This M5 headset and band will soon be on our hardware expert David Heaney's head for a live VR chat on Thursday, followed by his full review on uploadvr.com in November. Stay tuned. What do you think? Does the dual knit band's superior comfort make the Vision Pro a smarter investment, or is Apple's pricing pushing the boundaries of what's reasonable for VR gear? Could this be the key to making extended VR sessions accessible for everyone? Or do you prefer simpler, cheaper alternatives? Share your opinions and counterpoints in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you've tried it yourself or have thoughts on balancing innovation with affordability.